Why can exercise be so motivating? Well, one of the reasons is because your brain's reward system really kicks in when you start exercising. So, when you exercise, your brain releases dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins, chemicals that make you feel good, reduce stress, and create a sense of reward. That's why a workout can leave you feeling clear headed, confident, and energized. Over time, your brain starts to crave that workout, that post workout feeling, which makes you want to do it again. You don't have to be motivated to move. Movement creates motivation. And this is so true, right? You hear this all the time that most people aren't going to just all of a sudden feel motivated to work out, right? Moving more and doing more work just doesn't feel like something we always want to do. But it's when we start working out, when we start to go for that, when we take that first step and we start to take other steps on a walk, or when we start the workout and your blood starts flowing, you feel that dopamine, that serotonin, those endorphins. Those are the things that actually make you feel like, okay, I actually am starting to enjoy this sometimes. Now, obviously, you have to have a good mindset going in, because sometimes, there are workouts where you're like, I hate this the whole time. But one thing I will say is there was one of the things that I heard from Andrew Huberman one time was this rat study that he explained. And it really drove home the point for me, was that they basically took the dopamine neurons out of this rat's brain, dopamine receptors out of this rat's brain, and put him close to a feeding hose or whatever. And they were expecting that the rat would not eat anything from the feeding tube, because they were thinking that was just for pleasure. Well, the rat still ate food from the feeding tube, and they were like, that's interesting. So they put the rat just one rat's length away from the feeding tube. The rat didn't move at all because it had no dopamine receptors in its brain, and so it didn't move at all, right? So they have really linked dopamine to movement and motivation. And so once you take that first step, once you start the workout, that's when you actually start to feel more motivated, and then you're going to want to maybe do the next workout and the next workout and the next workout. And I will tell you, like, from personal experience, I do not always enjoy working out because there are other things I need to do, or I'm tired, or my body is sore or achy. And honestly, a lot of times I'm just like, man, I have to continue to do this to feel good and feel healthy. Sometimes, yes. But I honestly, almost every single time when I start my workout and I start warming up and the blood starts going and my brain releases all those dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins, then I start to actually feel good. And I'm just like, man, I'm glad I did this. So I just wanted to make that clear, is like, you don't really get, not all the time, you don't get motivated to go work out a lot of times. A lot of times you have to start the workout, and then that motivation starts to kick in as you're starting that workout. So that's kind of, I wanted to break that down a little bit and let people know that you're not going to always feel that bolt of motivation to go work out. You just kind of have to get it started and then go, all right, I'm going to start this thing off, and then I'll start feeling good and it'll kick in more. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and get after it.